So in this video we are going to be looking at how shooting both uphill and downhill can affect the bullet's point of impact. We're going to look at how we can calculate to prevent high hits or misses altogether. Some of the situations we find are people that may be shooting at things like mountain goat or up in a stand. It's a general misconception that when shooting uphill or downhill at targets, that shooting downhill the bullets would hit low and shooting uphill the bullets would hit high. This is generally not the case. What we find is that in both instances you would end up hitting high due to basically not compensating for the angle and the slightly shorter distance that you would need to be zeroed for due to the effects of gravity on the round as it's fired. So the main principles of shooting over elevated positions into a lower position would be you would have to know the angle at which you are shooting down towards your target, and you would need to know the distance at which your target is at. With this we can use either a cosine chart, or if you have it, there are apps on range finders and phones that will make the calculation for you to give you your true ballistic range to the target. This can also be used when shooting uphill. You would need exactly the same information. You would need to know your angle of shooting, and you would also need to know the distance to make the calculation. A general situation you may find yourself in is one like ourselves at the moment. You could be up in a high stand, an animal could present itself in front of you where we may need to take sight and take the shot. Unless we're shooting at very extreme ranges, we're talking sort of over 300 meters, or the angle is very acute and extreme, you won't notice enough difference between point of aim and point of impact to really need to worry about making these kind of calculations on the fly. It would still be know your rifle, know your scope, point and shoot. If you are expecting to shoot over these kinds of distances at these kinds of angles, again, the best advice would be to know your rifle and know how to adjust the sights accordingly to make these kind of shots. In layman's terms now, if I point this 300 Win Mag down at that deer target there, and I place the crosshairs, the likelihood that I'm shooting any higher than about an inch and a bit over that is going to be slim. When you're looking at a kill zone of a target that's about this kind of size, if your practical accuracy is a circle of about 2 inches, even a 2-inch drop on that target is still going to have the desired effect.